All right, I think we're just about ready to start here. Not yet, but pretty soon. Any minute now, we will be getting ready to start. And we should
Connect
be live.
your encoder?
Yep,
What?
here it comes, don't worry. And we don't have anybody out there right now.
No?
That's all right. We're just getting ready to start. No one's expecting us until 5:50. It is 5:50, right? Did we say 5:50?
5:45.
I think we said 5:50. Let's see here. Anyway, welcome. Let's see if we got us on the stream. There we go. Good afternoon, Maria. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I am a little tired, to tell you the truth.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yes. Well, are you going to ask me why?
Why? Probably for the same reason I'm tired.
Well, let's talk about it. Why are we tired?
We're tired because Crazy Ivan went crazy last night.
Crazy Ivan did go crazy last night. Let's take a quick look at the charts. You can see here what Crazy Ivan did is those charts. We love down days, right? We love down days. It's a great opportunity to sell premium. And last night it started dropping like a rock, and we started selling premium around, I don't know, what time was it? 9:30 or so at night, and it just started dropping and dropping and dropping. And all of a sudden, we were putting on our Crazy Ivans, which is a trade that we say, if you're willing to give us that much premium, we will take it.
Yeah, it's basically a fishing pole. You just lay it out there, and if they bite, they bite.
Yeah.
And they bit a couple of times.
They did. So that was pretty good. Mm-hmm. And I see a couple people in the chat here. So we're great. We love to have people. I'm here with Rob and Maria. Good afternoon. Well, good afternoon to Krish 1809. I'm going to shorten your name to 1809. I'm not good with names. I apologize. So I wish
Well, thanks for joining with us today.
Yes, we do really appreciate it. And I wish I had a better way of doing this, but I'm going to get better at it. So let's quickly go over. We want to go over the trades and give those out, and then we'll watch the opening and see if we can, hopefully it'll be down. We can get a few more Crazy Ivans in there. So call me Krish. Hello, Krish. All right, Krish. Very good, sir. Let's go to our, where am I going to go here? To our OBS. Okay, very good. Let's go to our PowerPoint, and we're going to start off with putting us in the video here, and we're going to go to this video here and click here. Okay, so we got some big news, huh, Maria?
We do.
Big news is we have a new Discord, and you can go to our Discord. Every video has a link in it right in the description. You can go directly to the Discord. We also have a second set of big news, don't we, Maria? Mm-hmm. We sure do. We're live at 3:45 daily every day, and we'll be doing trades at 15:51. Lots of live trades, chat room, and we'll be able to answer all your questions in real time. Maria will be there on Fridays, okay? And maybe I can talk you into doing a few other days a week, but I know you're busy at that time of day trying
Well, I don't have a bot, so that's the difference between you and I.
I
have to be there pushing the buttons.
I have nothing else to do. So, also big news about Maria's earnings trades. We're heading into earnings season. What's your plans here for earnings?
I am going to have a presentation, I would say, on all the stocks that we're going to go into earnings. Basically, everything from January through March. I'm going to go through each one, and we're going to go through as to why I'm going to play the earnings with them and why I'm not.
And are you then going to do the individual earnings for us?
Yes, once we decide which ones we're going to do the earnings with, I always present those to you the day before.
And so it'll be a separate video on each one.
Well, the earnings plays are always live.
Right. Oh, they are. Oh, great.
Yeah,
great.
well, we tell them the day before which earnings we're going to do.
Okay.
What I'm going to do.
Are you going to do a live video when the earnings come out?
That would be exciting. That would be a good idea.
It's about, it could be happy, it could be sad. About 57% happy, 43% sad is what it turns out to be. And I know I've been on both sides of that, and I'm not really comfortable being in the same room with you when it goes against you. I don't care for that at all. All right, so let's go and take a look at what's the next slide we got here. All right, so what we're going to do, if you don't know what we do, is we do millions of back tests every single weekend. I spent a good 28 hours this weekend doing back tests, and then we run them all through millions of tests for the last 6 months through Vera 2.0, which is our AI personal assistant. And then we put them all on bots, and all the bots do the trades for me. They're primarily in my account. There's Donald coming into the chat room, and there's Porsche guy coming in the chat room. So the Discord is in the description. I got a reminder there. The trades that we're going to be putting on are 0 DTE. There are multiple entry iron condors and exponential moving averages. If you don't know what those are, we have plenty of videos on our channel that explain exactly what they are. Since we do a $30,000 challenge today and $1 million challenge, let's be clear. A lot of people are unclear on this. That means buying power. That's the only really fair way to do it. So it's $30,000 in buying power for the $30,000 challenge. It's $1 million buying power for the $1 million challenge. And that's what they started with on October. So as those accounts get bigger, they have obviously more buying power. So, one of the things that's a little bit unfair is if Maria's got $100 million in the bank and I only have $1 million in the bank and we're both investing $1 million, my risk tolerance is far different than her. And it would be, if we both made $100,000, she would have made 1/10 of 1%. And I would have made 10%. So you can't really judge it by account size. It has to be by buying power, and that's the way we do it. So it's been 110 days, calendar days since we started. It's been 75 trading days. We made about 10,039 trades.
But who's counting?
Vera's counting all the time. Also, we and our lawyers say don't just follow us blindly for lots of different reasons, but among those are that we don't want to feel bad if you lose money. But, our contracts and trade sizes will vary substantially. Risk tolerances will vary. Our buying power varies. Our product mix is going to vary. And, it's just, it's a very personal thing. And so you need to do your own diligence and decide what risk tolerance you want.
Plus, that's the way you learn as well. Following somebody, you could follow for so long, but if you go through it and you learn as you're going through it, that's the important part.
That's correct. That is absolutely correct. So, all right. So let's go. First of all, let me get us out of here. So, Maria, will you walk us through these? Let's just go over the results first, and then we'll give out the trades. So I want to be sure we're done here. We got 3 minutes before the open. I want to be available on the open in case it goes down because I could like to
okay, so
sell
here
some more
on
puts.
the $30,000 account, started October 1st. We had a profit and loss of $11,758.
Yep.
Average daily profit of $156 with a capture rate of 7.3%.
Gotcha.
And that's 1833 trades. That's a lot of trades.
Especially for a little tiny account that's doing 6 to 7, 8 trades a day. So here's the next one.
And on the $1 million account, also opened October 1st, profit and loss of $341,500.
Sweet. That's about one Porsche.
Yeah, right.
For our son that loves to buy and sell Porsches.
Depending on the model, too.
Yeah.
Average daily profit of about $4,500 a day. Not bad. Capture rate of 13.3%.
Yeah, and what did we do? 10,000-ish trades there. It sounds like a lot, but to tell you the truth, we didn't do any of them. What the number I'm most proud of, and why I put that red arrow there, is the capture rate of 13.3%. Before we started using AI, our capture rate was 5 to 7%. We started with Vera 1.0. We got it up to 8 or 9%, and in 2.0, it's at 13.3, which is really pretty good.
And you're working on 3.0, aren't you?
Hey, you're not supposed to tell anybody that. That's a secret. Don't tell them. That's a big secret. But yeah, we are. So, okay, trades are next. Again, multiple entry iron condors, exponential moving average. We're going to show you premium, trade type, stop loss, wing width, entry time, and profit target. Drum roll, please. And here, yes, here they are. Here they are. Boom. All right. So the 6 trades a day, we're going to show you by time first. P145 means the premium is 145. Remember, that means you're going to sell on the short put, just the short leg for $1.45. You're going to sell on the short call leg for $1.45. You're going to place your longs where it says W50. That's the...
Which do?
I hit the wrong button. That's the wing width right there. Stop loss is 95. Let's go across. So it's $1.45 is the premium. MEC or multiple entry iron condor or EMA. These are all MECs, all multiple entry iron condors for the small account. All stop loss is 95%. All wing widths at 50. The only thing the difference is T, and this is New York time 10:01. Profit targets all 0. So really what you got to look at is the premium amount, column number 1, and then column number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, column with the time. So I've got 8 trades here. And Maria, you're probably asking me why 8 trades?
I was wondering, you said 6 trades a day and you have 8.
We have 8 because now the account's big enough it can do 7. We like to do 6 in the Gambler Special. It's actually big enough to do 8, but I wanted you to see that 3 of them are at 12 o'clock. Red means we...
Yeah, what's the red one for?
That means we probably won't put it on in this account. We might. It just depends. I haven't really decided yet. If we do, If we do put on an 8th trade, that's going to be one we put on.
Now you have profit target 0, 0. I mean, are you going to fill those in someday, or what's the
Someday,
deal?
yes. Again, we're not supposed to talk about that, but that's okay. Yes, we are adding a bunch more trades to our back testing. We got some new equipment. We hired some people that are really quants, and they are digging into this, and they're having a lot of fun with the numbers. We love math. These are mathematicians. That's all they do all day long, every day. And they're not really traders, so they're not influenced by trading. They're just quants and mathematicians, and they're doing a great job. And they're spending a fortune on equipment. I can tell you that. I saw the bills. So, so at any rate, then here's the 6 trades a day by profit and loss. In case you're wondering, well, which ones should we do? Which ones are better than others? Remember, these are the top 8 trades out of millions of trades that we ran. And again, you can see the most profitable one was the 225 premium, and that was at noon. Now, understand that just because something has done very well, these are the last 6 months, so last 125 trading days, just because something has done well in the past does not mean that it will do well in the future. And by the way, the market is open, and we are, it hasn't recalculated. It says it's down 288, but I don't believe that. Let's just see. I'm just going to bring this up real quick just to see where, wait, is it really down 288? That would be awesome. No, it's not. No, it's not.
It's playing in the same ball field.
You know what it is because of the break. They didn't actually take it off. So, okay. So then it's just where it was. It was down 450 last night. So that's where we want. So at any rate, you can see which ones are best by profit and loss. Okay, next, let's go to the $1 million account. Here are the top 20 trades. We're going to be putting on about 150, 165 trades. But you can see, again, this is by time. What's really kind of interesting is column number 2, where it's just M's. You can see that the M there is all multiple entry iron condors, and it goes multiple entry iron condors until about 1256, then it switches over to EMAs. But the first column is the time, likewise, the amount, so it's a premium of $3, multiple entry iron condor, stop loss 95%. Notice that the stop loss has really changed when you get down to the EMAs. The wing width is always 150. You see the times, and the profit target is always
and there's one
0.
mech there with the stop loss 225.
225, yeah. The stop loss is, on the mech. Yeah, you're right. Farther down. But you can see also that there's a bunch of them on at noon. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 at noon. There's 4 at 12:07. There's 3 at 12:56. And we will go ahead and load up on all of these because we're doing so many trades. If you were just going to do 10 trades or so, I sure wouldn't put 4 of them on at noon. I would have some non-correlation, and that's why we give them to you this way. And then I suppose, Maria, you're thinking to yourself, well, do you have a list by...
Yes.
Do you
have a list?
Do we have a list by profit and loss? We sure do. And here's the list. And by the way, someone just asked in the chat room, I see Rich in there. I see Donald. I see Dang9317. And the strikes, by the way, are based on premium. So what you do... Look at this list right here where it says by P&L. The first one is P225. So what you're going to do is look for a premium on the short side for $2.25. The closest one to 225 you can find. And if it's not at 225, then you go under a nickel. If for 220, if it's not there, you go over a nickel for 230. Then you go under a nickel to 215. Then you go over a nickel to 235. And you're going to try and put these on. This is why it's very difficult to do without a bot. Imagine doing 4 of these at noon. You're trying to do the put side and the call side all at the same time. So you've got 8 sides to put on, and you're going back and forth, and you got to watch whether or not you get a fill or not. We use in the bot, we have it update the trades every 7 seconds until they get a fill. So that's when you hear the sounds. It's going crazy, all the ringing and dinging and everything. And so, at any rate, if you were not going to put on all these trades, you didn't have that much premium. Say you had 200, 300,000 in buying power, you might want to just put on 20 or whatever. Each one of these is going to use an average buying power of around $11,000. We have a chart that we keep track of, but remember the ones later in the day, like the ones at 1551, those are going to use about $2,800 in buying power. So you don't really need to hold back a lot of buying power for the end of the day. So that is all of what we've got. Let's quickly go over to the chart, Maria, and just see where we are. Here's where we are. This thing does not look to me like it's doing much of anything. It's saying 297, 299, but I mean, look at this thing. It's not doing diddly. It's just not, even if you make
There's no volume.
Yeah, even if you make it exciting, it's just not doing much. It's this red area here is where's today's open. So let's take a look at what Maria and I did or what I did in my own personal account last night. Some people like seeing that, and you can see exactly what I did. And right here are let's see here, the crazy Ivans that I put on. Well, these are naked puts in the Qs. And what I normally do is I normally take a look at going out 45 to 60 days. So let's say right now, last night I went out, I think 59 days. I look for 12 delta. And I like to go at the 250s or the thousands, the 250s, the 500s, or the 750s. And so I would put this on to sell one of these bad boys. And last night, let's see, what was I selling them for? Last night I put them on, let's see, at 622. I sold one for $188. And then I started Crazy Ivan. Crazy Ivan comes from the movie The Hunt for Red October. And Crazy Ivan is a Russian sub captain. And what he would do is he'd just be going along, and all of a sudden he'd shoot hard right or hard left, and they'd say, that's crazy. But he's very smart, actually. Crazy Ivan was brilliant because American subs would get right behind him in his shadow where he couldn't see it with his sonar. So by making that quick move, he could look back and see whether or not the Americans were there. So he was dumb like a fox, this guy, right? And so what we do is we say Crazy Ivans we sell one at 188, and I say, you know what? If you're crazy enough to give me 195, go ahead. So I put this thing out way out there, 195, and by golly, 2 hours later, I got a fill. Mm-hmm. And so then I said, you know what? I'm going to put one in at 200, 210, 220. Are you kidding me? That's crazy. And one at 230, and look what happened.
Yep.
At 935, I got the 220 got
you
filled.
Still even got one working out there now.
Yes, and then it went back down. Then at 2:10 in the morning, dingle, 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 it went off. You were still up working. I think you were up till like 4 trying to get some more. You got a bunch last night also, didn't you?
I did.
Yep. And then at 4:25, tinkle, 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 this super crazy Ivan went out. And then at 9:35 this morning, there was a sudden drop in the market. And if we go over here to the chart, you can see it. And you can see let's see here, what happened at what was that, late last night? Oh, that was yesterday. Let me put it in like this. Well, you can't even see it. But suffice to say, here it is. So it went way down that was 11:30 last night. Where's the one where it went? I've messed it all up, haven't I? I've messed the chart all up. I think it was around... Where was it? Was it right here?
I think so.
That's 9:30. That's this morning. Okay, this is 9:30 this morning when I got the fill, and then last night was right around here. I'm guessing this was around. Let's see, where was the one that was way down? The big drop where I got filled at 4 in the morning. I think that was it. Here it is, right here. So we were last night. It opened and it started just going straight down. I was selling them at 188 and 200 and 210, and then we had this all the way down, and I got filled at 220. So that was pretty good.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's sweet.
I love that.
Yeah, I do too. All right.
Because then you're green today.
I am green today. I think let's see. So what is it saying here is that, on these let's see here, on my positions, you can take a look at these. And by the way, when I look at a chart, someone says, oh, look at my chart, Rob. I'm all green. I'm a little skeptical. I don't care for charts I like to see this all red because if they're green, I'm selling them, right? I'm closing them out. My rule is to close these out at 25%. So this one's at 18%. Full confession here, it was at 42% a couple of days ago, and I got greedy and I didn't close it down, and I, woulda, coulda, shoulda. But now I've been beat up a little bit, so I'm gonna.
That'll come back real fast though once they get those tariffs under control.
I don't watch TV. I don't listen to prognosticators. I don't know the news. All I know is the math, and the math says every 13 days I should get these out, and so I should make about 100% a year. On these. But again, these take about $12,000 to $13,000 in buying power. You get about $3,000 in premium, close them out at 25%. That's $750. Make $750 26 times a year. That's going to be right around $12,000 plus on a $13,000 buying power. That's 100%. Oh, baby, we are in shoes and clover and buying the dogs new biscuits. So, all right. Let's see if there's any other questions. P equals premium, S equals stop loss. I like the small account examples. Thank you very much. What are the strikes? We talked about that. Thanks for the transparency. I joined the Discord today. Great. Again, let's get those likes in there, and subscriptions are more important to us just because it helps the, whatever you call it, the algorithm, shoot those things out. So anything else, Maria? I think that's about it for the day. Any other questions in the chat? We're taking a look-see to see if there's anything else in there. I think that is everybody. You couldn't find the link if you can't find the link for the Discord, look in the description on this and all other brand new videos. It's not in the old videos because we just started it.
Yeah.
So, but Maria's in there all the time. I'm in there all the time. At the end of each comment that says Maria and Rob, we're trying to write Rob and Maria so we know who it is. Okay? All right. Thank you very much. We had a great time. I'll see you tomorrow at 3:45. Say goodbye, Maria.
Goodbye, Maria.
Bye-bye.